Hey, I'm Kev Chemical. Welcome back to MotoGP 21. As last time out, we had a bit of a tough race in Australia, but there's just 2 rounds remaining, and we're a very tight battle with the guy who smiled in, or kind of smiled in here, DJ Antonio, for 5th in the championship. Tied on points is Power with the Italian after he won last time out, and he's top in a wet practice here for the Malaysia Motorcycle Grand Prix around the Sepang International Circuit. Look at Joe Roberts up there, so I had a Ben Snyder, those Gardner, Bezecchi, Shirota, Vietti, and Verge. But on the top 9, remember it's the top 14 that make it through to qualifying 2 in Moto 2, with the top 4 in qualifying 1 making it through as well for that session. And as you can see, Fernandez, Power, only half a second back in the wet. So much better than Barden, surprisingly. We've got Cameron, Dixon, and Kennett. So all the Americans through. And as you can see, Kennett ahead of Augusto by just 0.004 of a second. So a C will join the top 14. As you can see in the background, it is a dry qualifying. So total opposite conditions. And as you can see... So apparently I was wrong. Forget what I was saying, because here we are in qualifying 1 with just over 4 minutes remaining. We're going to make it through the quali 2 as part of the top 4 along with Shirota, Verge, and Baldassari. Has got 2:10, basically 0.1 to beat. This first hit is Power's worst, like often like half a second back as he was in that wet practice, but in the remaining 3 sectors he was pretty even, so who knows, as he's just a 10th back on this occasion. That bodes very well for the rest of that. Again, it is wet for the race again, so what we learn in these qualifying sessions are basically put out the window again. I'm guessing it was dry in practice 3 if it's very dry for qualifying here. So yeah, he's 3/10 up after the second split. So he likes the middle splits round here, splits 1 and 2 especially. You know, this left hand is a pain in the arse to brake for. Nailed at apex. And even versus his right hander. But especially in the wet, we're going to be sliding the rear through this section. So it's very tough to ride through. Go for the fast left, using the curb nicely. Oh, Van needs a second up now as Power. So down the back stretch, once again in the dry. Absolutely flying. Just like in Australia. And now we've got the 2 straights as well. Which for NTS Power. Very good. Over his final corner, you've got to be careful. The corner kind of dives away from you on the exit, but Power's very careful and does a 2.8 for that. Get out of here. Of course, that means he goes through along with Shirota, Verge, and Garzo. Has Baldassari misses out on his MV Augusta just along with Cameron and Manzi. Then we've got Ramirez there, Portaluti, Arenas are in on the home turf. Ahead, of course, the Chantra, the newest point score ahead of Berger. Montella with Barry. Oh, what are you doing, Barry, at the back? There goes Power then. They're going to qualify on pole. As he had a warm-up lap here. I was sliding everywhere. It was not as good as that. Second half back down in 15th. He can go much quicker than that. You know that. You can go at least 2.5 seconds quicker than that. 2:10.7. Assuming now his first set's a bit better than that. Yeah, he's a second quicker than he was on the previous lap. He's 3/10 up in the first split alone. That's his worst split. Now he's almost 2 seconds up. As you've seen, lots of crashes, unfortunately, on the left. Which, considering this is a dry session, that's a bit disconcerting with a wet race going up. Who knows how many will survive to the end. But yeah, still roughly 2 seconds up. Towards half a second up now on those. So he's set to do that 2:08 time again. Nice little burnout for the fans. Go for this very tricky like middle sector. There we go, clipping the curves. 90 still, 2 seconds up. Now second up on those. Had that 3 seconds up on his previous one. This could be a 2:07. Out of nowhere. Just the last corner to go. Can be tricky to brake for. And accelerate as well as the corner moves away there. Thanks for demonstrating. As he's almost 3.5 seconds up on his previous time. He's going to smash it. 2:07.2. So there you go. Power on pole once again ahead of Lowe's, Bezzecchi, Gardner, Roberts and Shirota, with Dixon for the home team showing a sprinter in 7th, Fernandez and Navarro. Bensai ran out of top 10 of Canet, Di Gianantonio, Segura, Arbolino, Garza, and then Vietti, Verge, and Ralph Hernandez with a shocking performance. There we go, power from pole once again in the wet, but much wetter than Australia. It's only got 5 laps here, thankfully, in Malaysia. So tyre wear will be an issue maybe in these conditions still, as gets a good start ahead of Lowe's and Bezzecchi towards the first corner. Hope he's not too deep into the corner. Ooh, a bit. As crashing happening behind. Dixon up to 7th. Wow, with an excellent first couple corners, half a second ahead of Bezzecchi. We've got Lowe's, Gardner, Roberts rounds out the top 5. For the Dixon and Shirota. And then Bent Snyder in 8. Yeah, much better first split than I would have expected from Power. Would have thought it'd be under pressure there. Go for the high speed sweepers. Pulled out of 10th. That split. Oh, and then the rear just locks up. Good job, rear. But luckily, modern circuits, they can just run off and general composure. As Gardner up to 3rd again, having a decent start. No those back bite. Dixon into the top 5 ahead of Roberts. Dixon really wanting to show off for the home team fans. Gardner down to 6th now. But he jinxed him, didn't I? He's a good start, and suddenly he's dropped down 3 places. And he got Bent Snyder ahead of Shirota. Alright, rear calm it. There you go for the long straight then. Slows ahead of Bezzecchi, Gardner ahead of Shirota. This might be Power's like saving grace this last split. If they catch up to him, he's got these long straights. So with NTS Power, he's going to be like pulling away. As he's 6, 7 tenths up, almost 8. 9 tenths up before the braking zone it. But calm first lap, that's what we like to see. Then Snyder making moves on Gardner behind. Kennett into the top 8. Boom, Shirota. We've got Lowe's and Bezzecchi battling behind, and Roberts and Dixon around at the top 5. Oh, it's normally rubbish on the first lap round, and it seems to have been the case in the open. And now we can brake a bit more securely, and it's like into the corners. A bit wide there through the left. The lead's over a second. Yeah, no issues breaking into this double right now. And so there's ahead of Bezecchi. So Roberts and Dixon are just waiting. Or being put under pressure by Garner, Ben Snyder and Shirota maybe. The lead is opening. Almost slid too far, clipped the bit of the curb. Wins the lead up to a second and a half. As we approach the end of the second lap, it's like he's settled behind now. Remember those battling for a title with Bezecchi and Gardner. It's like those going to extend that lead slightly at the moment. 17 flat for power. So they're doing 18 flats behind. Oh, lots of curb in there. The lead over 2 seconds. As Dixon has dropped back down. Garner up to 5th. There's all crashing behind. Oh, Dixon down to 7th now behind Ben Snyder. For first sector for power. I said the bike was good on the second lap. Now on the third lap, it's gone to total shit again on the brakes. What the hell? The track weather? But taking that into account? Don't know. These now just half a second to those behind. Yeah, Riz just sliding. It's like Fear Pond over again. Riz just sliding everywhere. There's Dixon down to 7th behind Ben Snyder. So much for him showing up for the home fans. Great start, but don't seem to have the race pace, unfortunately. Yeah, it must be weather because we're 2.5 seconds slower this lap to the previous one. What the hell? As we're into the second half of the race, Power looked like he's pulling away. Oh, he's got much closer now at the front. But here come these long straights again to save him. So he's putting the pressure on, so's Bezecchi. Roberts maybe holding off Gardner. Fourth. Did that down say spaghetti, or was that? Can't really read that. Here we go on to the penultimate lap. Rear brake is warm. Maybe it's the rear brake being warm. We just got to cool that off on this lap. It'll be a bit of pace rise as well. The tyres look fine. Yeah, much better than the first split. Just a 10th back from fastest split so far. You can see the lead back over a second. See. Boys over. Support that. Seems like. You can see that last split was actually pretty good as well. It's all right up to the edge of the boundaries there. Yeah, gap hovering around a second. Okay in the world of max power at the moment. Especially so as where's DJ Antonio? Remember, he's battling for top 5 with DJ Antonio and Raul Fernandez as well for 4th. Like, where's Raul Fernandez? No sign of the Spaniard this weekend. He's got an MIA. We're off weekend for KTM minutes, so Gardner just about salvaging the top 5. Got Bezecchi scoring good points for VR46. And those for Mark VDS as well, but we need to know where their teammates are. See if there are any changes in the standings, really, as Power second slower than as fast as that. So he's doing an 18 flat. They're doing 19 flat spot, I'm guessing then. But yeah, that times they've definitely slowed since the start of the race. As there we go, final lap time here in Malaysia. It's been a slog. In a tough race. Been up and down pace-wise. The one thing that hasn't changed is who's been leading the race. And the whole shot and the green flag has been Max Power once again leading the way. There's more crashing behind. I know again it doesn't affect in the top 8 at all. Nice lead, comfortable around a second and a half to Lowe's and Bezecchi. Now once again sliding wide for this left-hander. That's the one corner he's not really nailed this whole race. Nails the right though. And there, lost half a second in that split. Got to be careful headed into second half of this lap. No, and it's like the gap has rebounded back to around a second. But Roberts with a great result. Good for America, first and fourth. Maybe Cameron's up in the points again as well. Stitching his hold on after that bit of a slide in the middle part of the race from the top 5. He's like he's in a comfortable 7th, one of his best results of the season so far as well. The Brit. There's Shirota in 8th. Ben Snyder with another good result from the Dutchman in 6th. But this one's going to be a Power Lowe's Bezecchi podium. This for the final corner. Bike sliding, the tyres are worn. There's another win for NTS Hertz NTS and Max Power. And the penultimate round of the season. There you go, Power once again enthusiastically wins. As he came just over a second ahead of Lowe's, just half a second ahead of Bezecchi. Roberts actually very close to the podium ahead of Gardner. Then Ben Snyder, Dixon, Shorter, Kinnett and Navarro. Raul Fernandez down in 11th, Pedagura, Fernandez, Augusto, Vietti and Garzo. Where's DJ Antonio? Down in 22nd. The Power's effectively got a top 5 then. And the stand is about for 4th now, as Cameron did the fastest lap even though he finished down in 27th. One of the few riders into the 60s along with his teammate Marcos Ramirez. And we've got Serena, the home hero, once again in wet conditions. What would have really suited him. Crashes out along with Arenas, Baldazari and Arbolino. So in the standings then, Lowe's leads by 9 points heading to the season finale in Valencia. Gardner is going to get 3rd in the championship. Power could get 4th. He's 2 points ahead of Fernandez. As we've got DJ Antonio in 6th. It looks like that's going to be where he's finishing. You've got Bedson up to 7th ahead of Vietti. Roberts up to 9th. Dixon into the top 10 ahead of Shirota and Baldazari, the big loser, down 3 places. There's no other changes in the standings. In the Team Championship, Red Bull KTM 36 points ahead of Sky Racing Team VR46. So they've basically won the championship with 45 points to play for. Mark VDS in 3rd. Hertz NTS into 4th. 10 points ahead of China Sprinter. With Grassini down to 6th. You've got Sag, Nicoboy intact up to 8th ahead of Envy. Augusta forward. Trans rounds out the top 10 with American Racing in last. So there we go. Perfect weekend the end for Power. I thought it would be one of the tougher ones of the season, but instead, absolutely nailed it. Reputation-wise, through the roof. You can see credits through the roof as well. And then, what's that? Research data through the roof as well, apparently. What the hell? Not even tried for the research data now. It seems to be going really well. Better than when we tried. So yeah, let's advance to the final round of the season then. The Gran Premio Modo della Comunità Valenciana. So you've got the VM of the engine as well. So you can see that's now up to this 50%. So that is all done. Yeah, we can distribute staff by efficiency, whatever. Doesn't really matter. Same for technical staff. We've got Flint Lambert. Come all the way over from Canada, but too late, Flint. That actually opens up more teams that are interested, does it? Yeah. 5VR46 of India. And you've got new teams, My World Aprilia as well. Proposals, just got Hertz NTS, but I believe these proposals, look at that. If he wins in Valencia, he's going to get MotoGP offer. What the hell? So very much on the cards. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed more MotoGP 21 career mode. It seems like we're getting into the run of things now because of the ends, like 80 points back in the championship. What could have been if, you know, that first half of the season wasn't so up and down. But thanks for watching all, and we'll see if Power can grab his 6th win of the season next time.